Aviators, welcome back. We're kicking off the year with another development update on the Veco Simulation's T-38A Talon, and this one is big. Since our last update, we've made major strides in flight model refinement, handling characteristics, and overall realism. And today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most critical phases of development: subject matter expert testing. Real Talon pilots are actively flying and evaluating our aircraft in DCS, and their feedback is shaping the final product in ways we're excited to share with you. If you're familiar with DCS mod development, you know that SME testing is a vital part of the process. It's where real-world pilots, people with hundreds and thousands of hours in the jet, get their hands on our aircraft and put it through its paces. These aren't just quick test flights. Our SMEs are performing detailed evaluations, from standard training maneuvers to high-performance profiles and close formation flying, to see if our Talon behaves exactly as it should. The foundation of any great flight simulation is the flight model. It's what makes the aircraft feel right in your hands, the way it accelerates, the way it turns, the way it loses energy. The Talon is a trainer jet, but it's also fast, unforgiving, and incredibly responsive. Getting a balanced ride is key. During testing so far, our SMEs are focused on 4 main areas. Energy management. How well does the jet retain speed in different maneuvers? Low speed handling. Does it behave realistically near stall speeds? Aerodynamic response. Does it feel like a real T-38 when banking, pulling Gs, or making corrections? And most important of all, does the Talon feel good to fly? For example, one key aspect that SMEs have helped refine is the way the jet responds to small control inputs. The Talon is a jet that rewards precision. It's not a fly-by-wire aircraft, so what you do on the stick matters. Every twitch, every trim adjustment, every correction has to match the real-world feel. If you fly it aggressively, you'll notice how momentum plays a role. You can't just throw it around like a modern fighter jet, and that's exactly how it should be. SME testing isn't just about verifying what works, it's about refining what doesn't. With real T-38 pilots in the loop, we've already made key adjustments to the flight model based on their hands-on experience. One of the biggest refinements so far has been induced drag behavior. Early feedback showed that the jet was losing too much speed under G-load, requiring more throttle than it should to sustain turns. At the same time, acceleration after takeoff was too slow, when in reality, a T-38A should be accelerating past 300 knots towards the end of the runway, with full burners. Refinements like these help fine-tune how the aircraft retains and gains energy, bringing it much closer to real-world performance. Engine behavior also received fine-tuning. Our SMEs pointed out that afterburner ignition was too fast, when, in reality, light-off takes 2 to 3 seconds, sometimes up to 5. This adjustment brings throttle response and acceleration more in line with the real aircraft. Finally, approach and landing performance needed refinement. Pilots found that with flaps and gear down, the jet required less throttle than it should to maintain approach speed. This meant drag levels weren't quite right. By fine-tuning flap and gear down aerodynamics, the final approach now behaves much closer to real-world expectations. These are the kinds of refinements that make a difference. Real pilots, real feedback, and real improvements. And with every adjustment, we're bringing our Talon closer to reality. Before we wrap up, there's one more thing worth mentioning. To streamline our flight model testing, we've built a custom in-house tool. A testbench application that runs the external flight model completely independent of DCS. This allows us to tweak parameters, test flight behavior, and analyze performance almost instantly, without the usual loading times. It's already played a huge role in refining everything from induced drag to engine response. But that's just scratching the surface. There's a lot more to show, and we'll dive into it in a dedicated update in the future. For now, just know this. Every refinement you've seen today, from takeoff performance to approach handling, has been shaped, tested, and validated using this powerful new tool. So, where do we go from here? SME testing is ongoing, and every round of feedback makes this mod stronger. We're still fine-tuning aspects of flight physics, environmental interactions, and some advanced behaviors that will be showcased in future updates. We know you're eager to see more, and we're going to keep delivering. Expect frequent development updates throughout the year as we continue refining the iconic Talon. If you've been following our devlog posts on Discord, you already know we've been transparent every step of the way. That won't change. We want to hear from you. What excites you most about flying the Talon and DCS? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed for the next dev update. Until next time, keep your wings level, keep your altitude high.